why women get pain when they give birth. Before, at one point in time, you just gave birth, right? But now he gave you sorrow and pain when you gave birth. Now you go through all of these things when you're having a baby. This was a labor, salaki, contractions. This was a reminder to her of this, of not following her man. You know what I mean? Every time you have a baby and you go through those contractions and that pain, that's supposed to be a reminder to be submissive unto the man that you actually chose.
On Westworld.
Right.
This is why we gotta love one another. So what the brother said something to you ain't like, forgive that brother. So what that brother stuffed on your toe, what you gonna kill him for that?
Not unloving your brother is a behavior, bro.
Palestinians at this girl's clothes on the line. When Santa Claus was on the line.
Just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. I was 5'7", I was breaking my hand up. 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Used to argue, never lose your throne. Who ain't no running up? Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You draw, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the sign. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for the tracks, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, you sick and she know she fine. Got a couple of boots, so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine.
You better open this Bible. You better come back here and learn what it really says, because guess what? The people you've been learning the Bible from, they've been lying to you.
We're gonna get some more into it. I don't want to go too long. Give me Genesis 3:16. And this is all in the Old Testament, being a helpmeet. And it's so much true that even as we know the story of Adam and Eve, some might not know, but when Eve went against and went with somebody else's ways, which was that serpent, the Most High put a curse upon Adam and Eve. And that curse even put her more in submission unto a man. Think about this. I'm going to give you this. You got that? Read.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
Now this is the curse that he put upon Eve when they took up the tree of good and evil. And this was something that Adam taught his household. This is what I got from the Most High. Do not indulge in the tree of good and evil. Don't take from the tree of good and evil. And for everybody, another thing that the Christian church don't tell you, they don't tell you what the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They don't tell you what that tree is. That tree is knowing the difference of following the Most High and not following the Most High. Like when you smoke cigarettes. When you smoke cigarettes, now you have the knowledge of good versus evil. Now you have the knowledge that it would be good, you would be healthy if you didn't smoke cigarettes. But now if you did, now you would know the evil. That you would now have to speak with one of those speakers. That you would get lung cancer. Right. That all of these affect, that the smoke will affect your body, you know what I'm saying, and harm you. That's what the meaning of that tree of knowledge of good and evil. They had good, and when they took from it, it showed them what the evil was, right? When you indulge in narcotics, different things that happens to you. You know what I mean? Your body starts changing. You start ailing. It's hard to get off. Even the things that happen with your children, while they watch you indulge in these drugs. That's the verses of the knowledge of good and evil. When she took up that tree, it showed her the evil of celebrating Christmas. You know what I mean? Of worshiping these other gods. It showed her that she took from that tree, and it showed her what would happen if you do evil. Right? Now go ahead, read it from the top.
Verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
He will greatly multiply her sorrow. And what? Go ahead, continue.
And thy conception.
And thy conception. This is why women get pain when they give birth. Before, at one point in time, you just gave birth, right? But now he gave you sorrow and pain when you gave birth. Now you go through all of these things when you're having a baby. This was a labor, salaki, contractions. This was a reminder to her of this, of not following her man. You know what I mean? Every time you have a baby and you go through those contractions and that pain, that's supposed to be a reminder to be submissive unto the man that you actually chose. That you chose. Go ahead.
And Sarah, thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Thy desire shall be to who?
Thy husband.
Your desire shall be to your husband. Now because she disobeyed Adam and the laws that the Most High gave Adam, now he's going to even strip. She already was a helpmeet to him. She already was put here to help Adam. Now because she disobeyed him, now your desire, your full desire is going to be to him. Brothers, we can see it with our sisters when you leave them. They go crazy. They go crazy. They want to lie, put you on child support, call the police on you, crash up the house. Because our desire is to you. Our desire is to you. We're going to get some more into it. Give me up 1 Corinthians 11:7. And both of these scriptures are in the Old Testament. I want to remind you of this. So when a Christian church is telling you that the Old Testament and the laws is done away with, that is different from the New Testament, we shouldn't be seeing similarity in the two. You know what I mean? If you gotta pay tithes in the Old Testament and they're telling you it's done away with, Creflo Dollar shouldn't be having a campaign for everybody to give a certain amount of money to the church. It's done away with. The Christian church nitpicks what benefits them. And this is why it's been so many years, nothing has changed. You hear a lot of people in the Christian church, they talk about butterflies, sugar, and everything nice. They're the main ones getting divorced.
Right.
Their churches are always the main ones selling drugs. Unalive. You would think that their life would be better. That the Most High would bless them. That they all would be richer. The only person that's rich is the Christian church is the pastor.
Right.
And his henchmen, the deacons. Because they steal your money, sell you a dream and a wolf ticket and live deliciously. While you struggle. While you pay and buy hope continuously. How many of us watch our grandmothers pray until their knees are red? Grandchildren still being unalive. Granddaughters still falling into the LGBT community. How can a Christian church be so holy and that is where the LGBT community lives? We gotta have a little bit of comments. We gotta acknowledge the practical things that are in front of our face. We gotta stop being tricked by the Christian church and these politicians. We gotta stop being tricked, and we're gonna get some more into it. And how these beautiful Hispanic, Black, and Indian women, how we should act. Because everybody has a role. And I'm not putting all of the blame on women or choosing to beat on you. We love you over here in the ISUPK, all of our beautiful Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. And we talk about what our men should do and how we should act. But we also need to talk about how our women should do and how they should act. Because we all in the household should have an order. That's how it works. We all have to be on the same page for it to work. We gotta be one body. That's what it's supposed to be. One body. We all move together. So when I move, I know my role, you know your role. You know your position, I know my position. The children know what they should do and what they not should do. They should watch us and learn from us. We can't be bumping heads. Not at this time. That time is now. You got that? 1 Corinthians 11:7.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as so much as he is the image and glory of God.
Start up on the top.
Chapter 11, verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image of glory of God.
For the man is the glory of God. When you do the work of the Most High, right? When you follow these laws and you show brotherhood, right? And you fix this earth like the Most High wanted you to, you become the glory of God. You know what I'm saying? When your children do well in school, it brings you glory. It makes you happy, it makes you proud. You know what I'm saying? You feel, that's my boy. That's my boy right there, making them touchdowns. You feel happy. Well, that's how the Most High feels when you do his will, when you follow what he wants you to do.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one